What is up? Long time no see. Just got back from vacation, guys, and I am so glad to be back. I still have on my vacation shirt though. My wife always makes fun of me because this is my designated vacation shirt. Am I the only one who does this? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get right into this though with my improvements for Mexico going into the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, which kick off next week. Okay, let's get things started off with the very first change that I would make, and that is some key changes to the starting 11, specifically in the heart of defense. Both center backs gotta go. It may be pointing out the obvious, but some of the players that we saw in the CONCACAF Nations League and in the Gold Cup left a lot to be desired. We all know that Salcedo went from hero to zero in no time flat after he missed that crucial penalty in the semifinals against Canada in the 2021 Gold Cup. Luckily for him, Mexico was able to win the match and advance to the final, but then as fate would have it, Moreno had to come off due to injury, and we all got to see Salcedo getting yelled at for taking his sweet time warming up. Once Salcedo was in the match, he looked unmotivated, error-prone, and it looked like he didn't want to be there. Qualities that we do not want in any player for El Tri. I do have to say though that it is sad to see El Titon go out like this with some giant mistakes. The second center back that I do not want to see with Mexico anymore is Araujo. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on him because if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. I just don't like his play style. He's very lateral, he doesn't get the ball forward enough, and the man got sent flying. Delta first class against Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, he got absolutely bodied. I don't like his defensive play either. I'm done seeing Araujo. Salcedo is unmotivated. He does not look like he wants to be there. Both of these guys, in my opinion, need to be changed immediately. And luckily for El Tata Martino, I feel like we have two replacements just ready and raring to go who also shined in the Tokyo Olympics. Joan Vasquez is the first to come to mind, who was solid throughout the Olympic Games, going so far as to score in the match against Japan, helping El Tri secure bronze in the competition. At the age of only 22, he is definitely one to keep for the future and plays very well despite his age. In fact, his impressive performances in the Olympic Games have caught the eye of several European clubs, and it has been confirmed that he will be making the jump across the pond from Pumas to Genoa in Italy next season. Love to see it, guys. I love seeing these young guys make the jump to European football. Really impressed with Joan Vasquez, especially over this summer, and I really hope El Tata Martino switches up this back line, starting with including this young guy in that back line. My second center back, and an easy choice, is Cesar Montes. One of my personal favorites from the new generation. At only 24 years of age, he still has plenty of growth ahead of him, but already shows a ton of maturity. Montes currently plays for Monterrey in La Liga MX, but a lot of European clubs have been keeping him on their radar for quite some time now. The second improvement that Mexico has to make going forward is they have to start converting some of these chances. Here's something that I found really interesting when looking back at the stats from the 2021 Gold Cup. Mexico had the most total shots in the competition, but were fourth for most goals in the end, managing a mere 9 goals total. And it's so frustrating because these shots are there, but they just cannot get them on target. Mexico were 8th when comparing shot on target accuracy, with about 34% or 1 out of every 3 shots being on target. So how does this compare? Well, Jamaica was the leader in the competition with about 1 out of every 2 of their shots being on target. 45% to be exact. So this begs the question, what changes can we make going forward? And I think the best way to start would be to look at the front 3 and see what changes we can make going forward. Funes Mori started off well enough, but faded as the tournament got into the later stages. A good player for sure, but seems to me like he may be needing some competition to keep him motivated. And he sure has that coming, with Raul Jimenez returning from his injury spell after nearly 9 months with no football. He has since started for both of the Wolves league games this season, and I for one look forward to having this veteran striker back in the lineup for El Tri as well. Mexico also has another star striker coming back from injury this fall in El Chucky Lozano. Another player who went down following a scary collision that left the Napoli player out cold. The last update I saw in El Chucky Lozano was that he should be back following 4 to 6 weeks of recovery, which should mean he'll be back for either the first or the second of the World Cup qualifying matches. And finally, the last improvement for El Tri revolves around their head coach, El Tata Martino, because I've started to see some very worrying signs from the last couple of games. The big question here is, can El Tata Martino remain calm and keep his cool under pressure? Martino has not exactly been the best coach to have around during finals, as he watched his opponents lift the 2011, 2015, and 2016 Copa America trophies, and this was during his time as head coach of Paraguay and Argentina. Back to present day, and now Mexico has lost the CONCACAF Nations League and the 2021 Gold Cup with El Tata Martino as head coach. I now find myself in a tough situation because prior to 2021, El Tata Martino was doing so well. For the last couple of years, I have been reviewing El Tri's performance with El Tata Martino as head coach, and no spoilers if you would like to check out either of these two videos. But let me just say, the reviews were incredibly positive. Mexico and El Tata Martino can still turn things around if they are able to find their form going into these World Cup qualifying matches in the fall. But can El Tata Martino rally his troops and get the performances that are expected of a highly talented generation of players? Or is the pressure starting to get to him at the worst possible time? Well, I invite you to subscribe and become a VIP member of the channel here, as I will be analyzing all of the World Cup qualifying matches, and be sure to keep an eye out for my annual Mexico analysis video that usually comes out every December. So there you have it, guys, my top 3 improvements for El Tri, as we have some crucial matches coming up for the World Cup next year. If you made it this far into the video, be sure to give me a like. It lets me know you enjoyed the video, first of all, but also it lets me know to continue making Mexico related content, as that seems to be what you guys enjoy watching. Also, I'm curious to know what changes you would make to improve El Tri, so be sure to drop a comment down below. Mexico will kick off the World Cup qualifying matches next week, September the 2nd, and that will be against Jamaica. So be sure to keep an eye out. Definitely going to have an analysis video ready to go. So subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any future videos. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.